We're back with Hayes and Button, and it's Jets versus Avalanche tonight. It's the type of game you circle on your calendar, right? But it's shocking when you see the standings. Colorado 23 points up on Winnipeg. So, Craig, is the gap between these two teams really that big?
Oh, it really is that big, Sarah. It's massive. It's huge. Try to put this in perspective. You're a third of the way through the season. If you want to get past the Colorado Avalanche, you have to win 12 more games than they do the rest of the season. Good luck with that. I'm going to guess that FanDuel will put that at about 0%. Because the Colorado Avalanche are a wagon. They're great offensively. They're great defensively. They're great everywhere in between. The only thing that's really struggling for the Avalanche is the power play, but they don't even need it. Listen, the Winnipeg Jets have fallen on hard times. They have 3 players that are scoring up front. Their defensive play has fallen apart. And you look at a team, even with Connor Hellebuyck coming back, if he's not in the net versus St. Louis, they lose that game 5-0. And Connor Hellebuyck masks a lot of the problems that are happening right now. So the gap is massive. And the Winnipeg Jets, simply put, are not going to close that gap. And they might run into a real problem. There could be an avalanche, like a touchdown put up by the Avs in this game on Friday night.
Yeah, and I know we're talking about Colorado because that's who they're playing tonight, but that applies to Dallas and it applies to Minnesota, right? The 3 top teams in the league in terms of points are in the Central Division. So it's not just Colorado. It'd be one thing if this was an outlier, Sarah and Craig, if you looked at that and said, okay, Colorado, like Craig said, a wagon, they're gone. Forget it. We'll get back in the fight for the 2 seed or the 3 seed. It's over. It's wild card or bust. Like, they have no chance of catching those other 3 teams. So it's not just Colorado that they've fallen behind. And like Craig said, they're not getting offense right now. It's all Hellebuyck. And at this point, Scott Arniel and company, they got to find a way to squeeze into a wild card spot because Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota, they are gone.
Yeah, their division is just so stacked, isn't it? So, okay, you've got the Avs, the Stars, and now Quinn Hughes is with the Wild. So, Craig, what do you think needs to change for Winnipeg to try and get back into the fight this year?
Yeah, well, we know what that fight is. Right now, as we speak, entering action on Friday night, the Winnipeg Jets have exactly as many points as the Calgary Flames. Think about that. And when you think about the Calgary Flames being a lottery team, that means the Winnipeg Jets are a lottery team. Here's the sad reality right now for the Winnipeg Jets and their management. Franchise goalie in Hellebuyck, superstar defenseman in Morrissey, superstar center in Scheifele, superstar winger in Kyle Connor. You got a lot of other good pieces in there. And this team is not capable of moving ahead right now. To me, you can look at what Scott Arniel has to do as a coach. Yes, you always look at that area, what he can do better. The answers are not going to come from within the organization. Kevin Cheveldayoff and the management are going to have to look outside because this isn't just about getting into the fight this year. Do you want to look at a wasted year with the crop of players they have, the superstars and franchise goaltender? I don't think you want to be staring down that barrel. And right now, that's the barrel they're staring down at. And for the management, they got to look outside and they got to be bold and they got to be aggressive and they got to find a way to make some moves. Not a move, moves.
Yeah, well, I was getting deja vu because we talked a lot about it leading into the deadline last year. Secondary scoring, the second line in particular, but it's more than that. It's the second line, the third line, the fourth line, depth scoring. It's either Scheifele, Connor, Velarde, Morrissey. That's it. They cannot score, and they rely on Hellebuyck, and he can't win 1-0, 2-1 every single game to get back into the fight.
Yeah, you really need more than all of that.
You need more depth offense.
Okay, well, we'll see if they'll be bold and aggressive by the time trade deadline rolls around. But the Avs, they have only 2 regulation losses in 33 games this year, and neither one of them came on home ice.